Okay, starting with Bitcoin, the same idea applies that I spoke about on Twitter. All three-wave corrections are a buy still. There's no evidence that this is topped out, so I'm going to treat three-wave corrections as that, instances to buy. Until we see a five-wave impulsive decline, that is not going to change. Aussie New Zealand, there's Reserve Bank of New Zealand news tonight in 3 hours from now, and this market's turned over. I talked about this again on Twitter today. There was a five-wave decline, which I could count last night, or rather this morning, and a three-wave correction. And from there, we've been selling off. Now, it is possible this turns into just a three-wave correction and we go higher. Everything has been in threes, but I'm going to treat it as a high in place for now, and I'm going to look for this market to turn over and turn down. Euro New Zealand, I was looking for the same thing. However, today's move is only three waves. So again, same thing. All three waves are just chances to, they're not topping signals. Let me put it that way. They're basically continuation signals. The reason I don't say that they are continuation signals for sure is because this market, in my opinion, has been moving in threes. We may see another high in this and then a reversal, but I'm still trying to work the idea that we have a B wave overall, or rather an X wave, as this is not looking like an impulsive move so far from 152X. And similar on Euro Australian, still trying to work the idea that this is coming down for one more leg, but so far there's nothing to work on because the correction again is just choppy so far. Okay, let me deal with the US dollar now. Keep in mind the fundamental thing to remember about the US dollar is that we are in a corrective pattern to the upside in the dollar. So I cannot be overly bearish on these Euro, Pound, Aussie, New Zealand, US dollar pairs. I've been bearish, but only in a corrective manner. And so far, starting with Euro, US dollar, we've had 7 waves. Now, there's no need to, 7 waves is corrective. It's the same as 3. It's 3x3. So 7 waves here. I'm looking for a corrective bounce. And I do think this is just going to be marked in as a W here. And I think there's a decent chance we see a 3-wave correction for an X wave and then one more leg down for a Y to complete a larger 3-wave pattern for bigger wave 4. That is still what I'm looking for overall. Yeah. So I'm looking for wave 4 overall and then a new high ultimately. This is probably not enough. It may be, but I'm going to take it as the first leg of a bigger 3-wave move now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3-wave correction. And then another move down. Same idea on pound US dollar. I'm not going to overcomplicate this. I'm counting this as 7 waves. Just count them individually. That's an easy way to see. So if we get a 3-wave correction in this, I'm also looking for another move down to the trend line area about 129 or so. So 3-wave correction is a sell in this. How big that 3-wave correction will be, I don't know. But we've done what I think is the first part of it. So I'm going to look a bit higher and then a move down. Aussie US dollar, it appears to be correcting as well. I'm going to look for a buy a little bit lower into about 78.30. See if we can get that for a move higher. And New Zealand US dollar has been the weakest of the lot. This is looking more like it could have a bigger top in place. It's not clear yet. You can count this as 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here. And we have a correction now. So the correction would be in 3 waves and then another chance to sell after that. So again, a similar idea. I suppose the outlier in these 4 pairs is Aussie US dollars. I'm looking at it as being nearer a low, but Euro and Pound, I'm looking for a correction and lower overall. Now, I want to stress that it's possible this second part of this correction may not come. I think it's likely to come for a bigger 3-wave correction, but so far this could be enough overall. The bearish idea worked out overall, But now it's done 7, I have to be cautious on it. And if I just see 3 in weakness, I will consider another down move. Now, US dollar yen was close to a low yesterday. There was some talk I was having with a fellow trader about this being 3 or 5 waves up. It was open to interpretation. I'm not going to go over that. There is detail to go over, but forget it. It's not for this video. It did, however, fall through. But what I wanted to say about that is that when you see those questionable 3s or 5s, sometimes it means that you're quite close to finding a low in this. So maybe next low, let's see if we get some kind of ending pattern in here. And maybe a chance to move up for a corrective move overall. I don't think this is finished yet, but as I said before, I'm going to hold this pair bullish on the monthly. Now, it could swing down on the daily and the weekly, but on the monthly, the bigger picture, I'm going to hold this as a bullish pair. Okay, Euro Canadian. I'm going to look at this as an incomplete move. I was trying to find a sell into this today, but the sharp reversal makes me think we're going to probably move higher. How I'm looking at this now is we're probably in wave 4 for another move up. There is a possible interpretation that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 done as well, and we're going to see a bigger 3-wave correction, then a chance to buy. But for now, I'm going to work with the more bullish idea because the euro's been strong, and the move up today kind of reminded me of something. So I'm going to look for a new high in this, and then a corrective move lower following that. And US Canadian, nothing to update on the channel. It keeps pushing higher, edging higher. There's no sell opportunity in this yet. So maybe on the next high. Okay, yeah, I think that's basically it. Oh, silver, well, silver's bullish. I mean, I talk about this on Twitter. We broke out of the channel. It's looking very bullish on the weekly. The weekly picture looks like it's not coming back. So to me, it's looking like it's heading up to 1750 now. I think this process is underway. Same on gold, it's bullish. So the silver move, in my opinion, silver has started its move up now. We had a kind of leading diagonal into here. I feel that this correction is enough for wave 2. And I'm looking at it in basically wave 3 of wave 1 of wave 3 now. So chance to buy this for a move higher. Yes, sorry. Do that later. And oil, we talked about oil today. The thing about oil, I'm holding it bullish. In my opinion, it's bullish. It's a question about how the pattern unfolds. Now, yes, this could be one, sorry, hold on. This could be a 3-wave move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, maybe, right? And then it would open it up to another X-wave. But personally, I don't think so. I think this is going to be bullish, and I think we are probably in a wave 4 of wave 3 for the bullish scenario. However, it could also move up correctively. There's no need to assume that we're going to necessarily be in an impulsive wave for a move higher. As long as my idea is that this is going to continue to move up, but it can move up higher correctively for the last part of this, for wave Y. But the key point is that I think it's going to continue to move up. So any 3-wave correction is a buy in this. Okay, I'll leave it there. If you have any questions, let me know. Cheers.